Welcome back to the Lynn Miller Room in this edition of the Eagles Sports Coaches Show. Mike McGuire has joined us, and Coach, a lot of hard work thus far trying to get a recruiting class.
Yeah, it's a good fall, productive fall, both on the field and on the recruiting trail.
So how did your fall go? I know that you had the World Series.
Yeah, we played our Banana Split World Series. We actually just had our Banana Split payoff the other day. The losers bought the winning banana splits, but it was a good World Series. It was a good fall. We came a long way over the course of the fall. Obviously I threw a lot of new things at them. I learned how we want to do things and different adjustments that, are a change for them. But more than anything, we learned how we're going to play and how hard we're going to play.
And that's, as a coach, you come into a new situation, really don't know what you have. I mean, on paper it could be one thing, but until you get to see your kids play, you never know.
Well, and that's just it. The fall was as important for me, and from an evaluation process, only being familiar with 7 guys, out of our roster. So, now I've got a lot higher comfort level with who can do what, and a better feeling for we can plug in where, and still got some position battles up for grabs, but at the same time, some guys separated themselves this fall as well.
That's not bad though, to have battles going into the spring. You'll take some time off. The kids are going through finals next week, but to have them to compete to get that job is pretty good.
Well, yes, you want that competition on a daily basis, and the guys know that I'm very big on competition. We just always try to create competition if we can, and over the course of the season, we're going to have some injuries. Some guys are going to struggle at times, and to have some other guys we can plug in, only going to make us better as a program.
And as the spring approaches, well, I guess winter, because you start in February and it's not spring anymore.
Right.
But tell us a little bit about what they're doing now. I mean, do they have some downtime for finals and before they come back?
Yes, we just finished up last week. It was our last week of individual work, and we actually finished up in the weight room. We actually finished with a little tough man competition as a club in the weight room, and then they're done right now. They're lifting on their own. Any of the hitting, throwing, and so forth is on their own at this point. Final start next week, and then they'll go home for Christmas break. And then obviously you hope that they do a lot over Christmas break, because most of our pitchers have been shut down. They'll all start throwing again December 18th is their first day back, and that roughly gives them 2 months until our opening day. So it's very important that they get their work in over Christmas so that we can hit the ground running when school starts January 14th.
And as a coach, you'll be able to tell who might not have been.
It won't take long to figure out who's gotten their work in and who hasn't. But more than anything, you worry about pitchers.
Yeah.
You expect them to be at a certain place when they get back. Sometimes they'll, tell you they've gotten their throwing in, but they haven't. And then what happens is, usually some red flags show up right away, some soreness, things like that, where, they haven't gotten all this throwing in. So, I think we got a good group of guys. I think we'll get our work in, and I'm looking forward to school starting up in January.
I know you really hit the ground recruiting-wise, and you got 9 players signed for the early period.
Yeah, it was, once I hired a staff in July, I mean, we kind of hit the ground running. Kids sign so early these days, especially in baseball. A lot of 2013 grads were already committed. But I felt like we put together a good recruiting class, a good start, I would say. We have 11 seniors, so I walked into a situation here where that next year we're relatively going to have a new team. And, anticipate we'll sign 14, 15 guys over the course of this year. We did get a good start. This fall, we signed 4 pitchers. 3 of them are junior college kids. 2 of them are left-handers. I feel like all 4 guys can help us on the mound. We're losing 2 senior middle infielders, as well as 3 corner infielders that are seniors. So we signed 3 infielders. They're all athletic. They can play up the middle, but could plug in elsewhere if we needed to. And then we signed a catcher and an outfielder. Both, I think are going to be very good players for us.
And, of course, pitching, when you recruit pitching, it's a different, animal trying to recruit a pitcher to Sunny Island Field.
Well, our ballpark's unique, but we don't really dwell on that. I mean, for us, as a program, if we're going to get where I want to get, we got to be able to we got to win conference games on the road. We got to win a conference tournament on the road. We got to win a regional on the road. So we don't really dwell on it. If you can pitch here, you can pitch anywhere. And you know, with our weather and so forth, we're always going to play a few more games on the road than we are at home anyhow. So, you know, if you're a starting pitcher, you're looking at making, you know, 5-6 starts here versus 8 or 9 on the road. So, you know, it's different. You can get away with a little more on the road and in some graveyards than you can here. But, you know, at the end of the day, you want good arms, guys that can throw strikes and compete. And, you know, you'll go to battle with those guys home or away.
Mike McGuire is our guest, baseball coach here at Morehead State University. You mentioned that, you know, you got 9 total signed, and the note here says 7 different states.
Yeah, we've got them from all over. We've got, you know, one kid from Kentucky, and then I think Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, Texas,
You put some miles.
Georgia. Yeah, we've been a little bit everywhere. You know, it's you know, part of it's just contacts, and you know, kids. You know, I've been in the Carolinas the last few years, so obviously we've seen a lot of, you know, Georgia kids. You know, a lot of junior college contacts, so forth, and you know, we try to look at it as no stone unturned. We don't care where they come from, just as long as they can play.
And of course, you know, anytime you can get good kids, and that's what it's all about. You know, we were talking before we went on, youth camp coming up this Saturday. Kids can come out, and, you know, the weather's been, it's almost been baseball weather anyway.
Well, we scheduled it for an indoor camp, but the way things are going, if it had been last Saturday, we'd been out for sure. But, yeah, the forecast looks good. You know, we're hoping, you know, it's a youth camp, ages 5 to 13, you know, hoping to have a good turnout. You know, just an opportunity for hopefully youth kids in the community, get to know some of our guys, get to know some of our staff, and you know, I really think it's important that we try to forge a relationship with youth baseball here in Rowan County, and as well as in Morehead City Parks and Rec. So, you know, hopefully we get a good turnout and should be a good day.
Fundamental camp.
Yeah. I mean, just you know, with youth kids, I mean, we're going to touch all phases of the game: hitting, catching, throwing. You know, we'll play some simulated games and some fun things as well.
Now, would they call the office if someone's out here listening or watching?
Yeah, they can call the office 783-2882, or they can email me. My email's on the website, and you know, walk-up registration's available as well. We'll be starting at 9 a.m. in the Laughlin Health Building, and they can walk up and fill out all the paperwork that morning if they want.
That's great, and the kids could come on out, like you said, the day of the event, if they want to come out Saturday. If it's real nice on Saturday and they say, I don't want to stay in the house all day, they can come and have a chance to meet some college baseball players and the coaching staff.
Exactly. I mean, even if it's poor weather, we've got adequate facilities to go inside, and if it's really nice, then we'll probably end up outside before the day's over.
You know, I was taking a look at the schedule before I came down here. You know, you know, the schedule was tough. It seems like always. It just seems like, you know, we have to play a lot, I guess, early on in the season on the road.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think, you know, you're rolling the dice trying to play here at home in middle of February, and I think, you know, as a coach, you want to get your games in. You know, we've got basically 3 weeks to prepare before conference starts. You know, with the addition of Belmont, there's 10 conference weekends in baseball, so you know, there's only 14 weekends of college baseball. So, you know, we've got 3 up front where we got a chance to go on the road and get some games in, and then you know, we've got a bye week in there where we, you know, usually sometimes you can schedule at home. But realistically, most years we're probably looking at going on the road the first couple of weeks. And, yeah, you just want to go somewhere that you got a chance to get games in, and you don't know what our weather's going to bring, and, you know, how prepared you are as far as live competition prior to that first game. But that won't be an excuse. We'll be ready to play.
Yeah, the important thing early on is to get those innings in.
Yeah, that's it. You know, you need guys to get your feet wet, and you know, when you get rained out and get a series washed out, then you know, that's a lost opportunity for experience for some guys, and all at once they're going to be thrown in the fire in a league game here real soon.
So it's important for these young men to, you know, as you said, hit the books, get their finals over with, and then get started on their individual plans till you get them back.
Yeah, I tell them, we need to finish strong in the classroom here, and then we've got to obviously enjoy Christmas break, time with the family, remember the reason for the season, but also understand we got big things on the horizon. That's what makes, for me, Christmas time is always a great time. You get to see family, family and friends and so forth, but I also know baseball is right around the corner.
Have to be excited. You've been in this game a long time, but anytime you take a new job, it has to bring out.
Well, yeah,
excitement.
when you're first year at a new program, you only get one opportunity to make an opening statement, and so you hope you're up to the challenge.
Once again, the youth camp set for Saturday, 9 a.m. beginning at Laughlin, and then if it's nice, may go outside. If not, they'll have the Laughlin facility to use. Come out and meet some of the Eagle baseball players and the coaching staff, and a good fundamental baseball camp from for ages 9 through 13.
Ages 5 to
5 to
13.
13.
Yeah, I mean 9 a.m. to 3:30.
That'd be a great day of baseball.
Yep, should be a good
We'll
time.
get Siegel out there, maybe. He needs some
He
more
could be-
work on his fundamentals.
He could be the guest instructor.
Okay.
Yep.
Appreciate it, Mike.
All right, thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. Mike McGuire, head
right.
baseball coach at Morehead State University. We'll come back with women's basketball coach Tom Hodges after this break on the Eagle Sports Coaches Show.